There is no doubt that many things are not working in the 21st century marriage. One of the ways to know that the 21st century marriage is actually not really working is the epidemic of divorce that we keep having all around the world. Everywhere you go to the court, you keep seeing a lot of people getting divorced and stuff like that. One of the things that have caused this epidemic of divorce in our marital homes is that women started taking the roles of men and men started taking the roles of women. Women started seeing their husbands as their friend. But from the creation and from the design of men, your husband is not your friend. Your husband is not your friend. You don't treat your husband like your friend. Your husband is your Lord. And any day a woman understands that her husband is her Lord and decides to honor her husband as her Lord, she begins to have good marriage. All of these man and woman trying to rub shoulder in the house and trying to rub shoulder in the marriage is just a 21st century invention. And if you find that the more we keep teaching equality in marriage, 50-50 in marriage, the more divorce we're having. If your car is moving and it got to a point, it started slowing down or it stopped moving, something would have been wrong. And once that thing is tackled, the car will start moving again. If in Africa we've had good marriages before now, we've had little or very lesser number of divorce before now, and now we are having an epidemic of divorce, that means there is something we are not doing well in the marriage. We might think that our mothers did not go to school, our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers might not have attended Western education, but they had success in their marriage. And if they were successful in their marriage, but we that are their great-grandchildren or grandchildren are not being as successful in our marriage, that means there is something we really have to look out for. There is something we're not getting right. There is something we're really not getting right in the home. And until we begin to get these things right in our marriage, we'll keep having divorce. Wives keep thinking that their husband is their friend. Your husband is not your friend. Your husband is your Lord. Sarah was calling her husband my Lord. Now, even in the Bible said in Ephesians that women should submit to their own husband as unto the Lord. As unto the Lord. That is how you submit to the Lordship of Jesus Christ, how you submit to the leading of Jesus Christ, how you submit totally to Jesus Christ. That is how you're supposed to submit totally to the leadership of your husband. Stop thinking that your husband is your friend, because your husband is not your friend. Your husband is your Lord. And when you understand that your husband is your Lord and begin to respect your husband as your Lord and begin to respect your husband as the chief leader of the family, you see your marriage begin to work. The man is the head of the family and the woman is the neck of the family, but without the head, the neck cannot function. As you keep fighting for headship with your husband, you see your husband keep losing interest where you are. That is why you and your husband, you people are finding it difficult to discuss, because you're dragging headship with your husband, and it's not supposed to be so. Your husband is the head of the family. Your husband is your Lord and not your friend. When you begin to treat your husband as your Lord and not your friend, you see your marriage start working. For instance, the Ooni of Ife, as a king, don't marry his friend. You see a fine woman, marry the woman knows that this man is a king, and start respecting and adoring the Ooni as the king. And that is why you see Ooni divorcing less. Why? Because the wives are not rubbing shoulders with him. The wives are not trying to struggle position with him.